Alright guys, are you clapping your hands? Clap your hands. The final day of rise from the ashes. Clap your motherfucking hands. Anyway, let's go ahead and do this. The final day. We're about to finish Rise from the Ashes. One of the most interesting cases, in my opinion. Right next to the Vaughn, Karma, and the Turnabout Sisters trial. Was it Turnabout Sisters? I found that one to be cool, too. And let's go ahead and get this started, man. This is probably the longest case in the game. I feel like this was longer, like, if you were to combine, like, the first 3 cases, this case equals up to all those, the first 3 cases, or at least the first 2, maybe the second and the third case together. That's how long this one is. It's pretty lengthy. But anyway, let's do it. Gotta put somebody behind bars. February 25th, 9:47 a.m. District Court Defendant Lobby number 2. Are you ready? I cannot hear you. Are you ready? This is the defendant lobby, alright, but there's no defendant. I've been trying to reach Lana all morning. Where could she be? Lana! Okay, that's enough speaking like a dumbass. Anyway, and where's Emma, for that matter? It almost seems as if something's been happening behind the scenes. Edgeworth? Knowing you, you've already figured it out. Who the owner of the 7777777 ID number is. Well, I have a pretty strong hunch. Looks like I'm not the only one who's figured it out. You know, the only reason this trial didn't reach a verdict yesterday is because there was still room for doubt on this ID record. If that number does belong to whom you suspect, then no doubt will remain. After all, he hasn't been officially charged with anything. True? Not yet. In any event, once all doubt has been removed from that list, I can call for a ruling. On the defendant, 5 minutes after the trial starts, Lana will be found guilty. But she didn't do it. I figured you'd say as much. That's why I came here, to hear what you have to say. This is the first time he's ever done something like this. Lana's hiding something. And the only way we'll ever know the truth is to draw it out of her. The truth? Everything goes back to the SO9 incident, bro. Don't be stupid. Today's the last day of the trial, man. We don't have time to reminisce about the past. That depends on you, Edgeworth. Huh? If she's found guilty, you'll lose your only chance to find out what really happened. I'll think about it. See you in court, Wright? See you in court! See you in court! See you in court. This is it. If I'm ever going to find out what Chief Gen has on her, it's now! Yes! February 25th, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 9! The final courtroom run back of Ace Attorney! Good night! Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god! Gavel! Court is now in section for the trial, Miss Lana Sky. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. Normally this is when the prosecution puts forth his opening statement. But before that, the police chief has a proposal to make. Chief Gan. Hello. Morning, folks. How's everyone doing? Hey, Uji, been back to the pool yet? No, I've been drowning enough. I've been drowning enough as it is in my work. Oh, that's a good one. You don't think I can top that one? If you don't mind me asking, Chief, exactly what is this proposal of yours? We all learn how to fry chicken. Lana, that is to say, the defendant, has asked me if she could speak directly to the court. She wants to do what? Having heard what she intends to say, I feel she should be granted her request. In the end, it should save everyone a lot of time and trouble. Purple glasses. I knew you were evil. Ever since I seen those purple spectacles. What's this all about, defendant? I'd just like to make one simple request and I'll be finished. Well then, what's your request? Your Honor, I'd like you to put an immediate end to this trial. Huh? I confess to all charges against me. On February 21st of this year, I murdered Detective Bruce Goodman in the underground parking lot of the prosecutor's office. No, Lana, what are you doing? Oh my god, really? I wanted to see a run back. Hell no, I paid $30 to come to trial today. Hell no, I paid money to go to jury duty. Fuck this, we gonna have a trial. You can't. Your Honor, the defendant's claim does not change the defense's plea. In that case, Mr. Wright, I no longer require your services. What? But Lana, I need this rent money. Your Honor, I hereby forfeit my right to an attorney. The prosecution may lack direct evidence against me, but it has sufficiently proven its case through testimony and circumstantial evidence. I would like you to render your verdict now, if you please. What? Huh? Well, the defendant certainly has the right to self-representation. Her request is legally valid, although this is unprecedented. Gavel! I can't wrap my head around all this. Indeed, it appears there's no further need to continue this trial, even if Mr. Wright may feel otherwise. This can't be happening! My rent money! It appears the time for the verdict has arrived. This court finds the defendant... Wait! Whoa! Miles said, no, hell no. No. One moment, Your Honor. Mr. Edgeworth, the prosecution has not yet proven the defendant guilty beyond reasonable doubt. Any ruling at this stage would certainly be premature. Calm now, Worthy. I understand this is a difficult time for you, but why don't you just be a good little boy and keep your mouth shut, I ain't taking no shit from you, Gant. I don't think I care for your tone, Chief Gant. What? Creating another fabrication to cover up your past mistakes? Sorry, but I'm no longer the naive little boy you would have me be. With this sudden confession from the defendant, it's obvious to me some kind of deal was struck behind the scenes, and I'm going to get to the bottom of this deal. Not everyone operates as you do, Worthy. I thought so. Your Honor, the prosecution would like to change its first witness. Oh, he's gonna change the witness! As its first witness, the prosecution would like to call Miss Emma Sky. I request the court hears her testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, I am exercising my right to self-representation. I don't think we need to I don't care what you think, Miss Sky. What? The exposure of truth sometimes results in tragedy. However, no matter how tragic the truth may be, it will be an even greater tragedy to avert one's eyes from it. Gavel! Real talk! Very well, the court shall grant the prosecution's request. That okay with you, right, Chief Gant? Worthy, you'll live to regret this. Mark my words. Miss Emma Sky, please take the stand. Looks like Edgeworth has decided to take the horse by the reins. Now then, witness. Oh, I got so scared, guys. I thought my commentary was dropped. I was like, I looked at the Audacity file. I'm like, I know my commentary better be recording. And I was like, oh, it is. Whew. I was scared I was gonna have to redo all that energeticness. I was like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not redoing that. Now then, witness, please state your name and occupation. My name is Emma Sky. My occupation, I'm Lana's little sister and I want to be a scientific investigator. 2 years ago, you encountered the serial killer Joe Dark of the Joe Drake killings. Drake is so similar to Dark because if you switch up the A and R, you get Drake. Is this correct? Yes. I'm trying my hardest to forget about that though. I'm sorry, but I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to recall those events one more time. Mr. Edgeworth, please remember this trial concerns the murder of Detective Goodman. It's an incident that was resolved 2 years ago. Really all that relevant? Yes, it most certainly is. Well, okay then. He sure gave in fast. Now, please testify about what happened 2 years ago to you. Alright, let's see what this is. The trip to yesteryear has finally begun. be gone, excuse me. It's bound to lead to the truth behind this trial. We gotta reach out to the truth. Yeah, we'll do it. 2 years ago, witness testimony. I was waiting in my sister's office that day, and like a man came running in and took me hostage. Neil Marshall rescued me, but I'll never forget when I saw that instant. What did you see? The man raised up his knife and stabbed Mr. Marshall in the chest. Dun, 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 dun. Marshall had braids? Marshall had braids. He had braids, it looks like. It's a good thing you weren't harmed. I passed out. I don't remember much. That's understandable. However, please tell me, Mr. Edgeworth, what does this testimony have to do with Detective Goodman's murder? That will soon become apparent, Your Honor, after Wright cross-examines. You've got to admire him for his courage, considering he has no evidence. Very well, the defense may begin its cross-examination. Yo, that was slick of Edgeworth to do that. It's like Edgeworth is helping us out. He's helping us out to find the truth. I was waiting in my sister's office that day. Hold it, Emma! 2 years ago, the defendant was a detective at the police department, correct? Well, yes, she was a second in command under Chief Detective Gant, sir. My sister. She was the best detective ever. She was the best they ever had. Chief Detective Gant and Miss Sky used to be quite the pair. I believe they shared the same office. That's right. I'd always sit at my sister's desk and dream about playing that organ. I wanted to play it that day too. The police department and the prosecutor's office held a ceremony that day. Lana promised to take me to dinner after she finished her work. Huh, sounds like a similar case with Mia and Maya. A man came running in and took me hostage. Hold it! Who is this man? A man? Yes, Joe Dark. He was a serial killer. Joe Dark was brought in for questioning on the day of that ceremony. We were desperate to get anything on him from that day, or that would lead to an arrest. When he saw his chance, he fled the room, right? Upon fleeing the room, Dark proceeded to take the elevator. He must have been in a panic because the elevator was going up. Then he ran into Sky and Gant's office. There was a lot of noise coming from outside, so I opened up the door to have a look. That's when I saw him. Joe Dark. Neil Marshall rescued me. That day, there were two people present during Dark's questioning. Detective Damon Gant and Prosecutor Neil Marshall. Gant was there too, huh? Neil Marshall had just received the King of Prosecutors award. Young and dedicated, he went straight to the questioning room after the ceremony. I assumed that would be why he was the first to run after Dark. When Dark grabbed me, I thought I was as good as dead. And that's when Prosecutor Marshall came running in. I don't clearly remember what happened then, but I'll never forget what I saw that instant. What do you see? Can you tell us about that? Mr. Marshall jumped on Dark. Just then the lights went out. The lights? It was just about this time of year. There was a terrible storm going on and lightning lightning struck nearby. So the electricity went out. Wait a minute. If it was pitch dark in that room, you shouldn't have been able to see anything, right? Right, but just then lightning flashed again outside. That sudden flash left an unforgettable image of the scene in my mind. I see. I told the detective about what I saw then. The detective? Yes, Detective Goodman. He was in charge of that case. Detective Bruce Goodman. The victim. Hear more. So you spoke with Detective Goodman about this 2 years ago. That's what's so scary about this trial. And you told Detective Goodman about what you saw? Yes, but at the time the words just couldn't come out. That's why I drew a picture. A picture? Yes, I think she mentioned that before. Well, Mr. Wright, have you heard enough? Ask about the picture. We already know where it's on. It's on the back of that evidence list, the picture the witness drew. I believe it has a very important meaning. But the list of evidence I was given 2 years ago didn't contain a picture. Gavel! Witness, would you mind if we added this statement to your testimony? Yes, sir. Yes, Your Honor. I drew a picture of that scene once, but it seems to have been lost. So obviously we probably want to go ahead and present that picture. Yep, evidence list. Let's go! Mr. Edgeworth. This little girl put all her heart into drawing that picture. And yet you still insist on denying its existence? Huh? What are you talking about? Hey, I'm not the bad guy. All I'm saying is that, as the prosecutor for that case, I wasn't handed such a picture. That may well be. But that doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Behold, this is the evidence list for the SL9 incident. Please turn it over, Your Honor. Turn it over? Turn it... Ah! What's this? Look at that. What is that? Hey, that's it. That's the picture I drew. Hey, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god! Indeed, two men appear to be wrestling here. One has a knife. What's the meaning of this? What are you doing with that list? Me? Only the prosecutor in charge should have access to that list. Huh? These lists, they're different from each other. What the? What? It would appear, Mr. Edgeworth, that the evidence list you were handed 2 years ago was incomplete. These two lists fit together to form one. You can see the marks here where they were torn apart from each other. So you see, Mr. Edgeworth, it's quite obvious what happened. 2 years ago, only half of the evidence in that case was ever reached to you. What? What? Like, oh my god, Edgeworth is... he seems innocent. Who would have thought the picture would have been drawn on the back of this list? That was handed to Detective Goodman in the questioning room. Wait a minute. If this list was torn in half, then that means... Your Honor! Are you alright? Mr. Wright, your eyes are bulging from your head! If the evidence list was torn in half, then there might be more of the drawing on the back of Mr. Edgeworth's list, just like Sir-lionhart said about 2 or 3 episodes ago. Huh? I don't remember Sir-lionhart saying that. It's quite conceivable, Mr. Edgeworth. It's possible. Let's see. Is something wrong? Do you even have to ask? Sorry, Your Honor. There's something drawn on the back of my list. That is that thing. Blue Badger? What? That's that thing. The thing that was dancing in the evidence room. Apparently the head of criminal affairs used this for his blueprint. I guess he was out of scrap paper. The evidence list has been updated. Gavel! Very well, witness. Will you please testify about this picture you drew 2 years ago? Huh? Oh, yes, sir. Your Honor, yes. What's wrong with Emma? She seems to be thinking about something when she saw the picture. Emma's picture. This is the picture I drew 2 years ago. The flash of lightning was so bright, all I could see were the shadows. After that, I must have fainted. This picture shows exactly what I saw that instant. What? To think a flash of lightning could burn such an image in your mind. Thanks to that, though, she was able to show us exactly what she saw. Oh, well, I don't see any contradictions here. This clearly shows Joe Dark about to murder Prosecutor Neil Marshall. The defense may now begin its cross-examination. Emma's picture. Derp. This is the picture I drew 2 years ago. Okay. The flash of lightning was so bright, all I could see were shadows. After that, I must have fainted. This picture shows exactly what I saw that instant. Let's press her on this. Sorry for asking so many times, but are you sure you drew exactly what you saw? Of course, this is the exact scene. It wasn't influenced in any way from your talks with the detectives. Are you insinuating we somehow manipulated her memory, Mr. Wright? No, of course not. I better watch out or he might find some way to cut my salary. Yo, that'd be messed up. I drew this picture before I heard anything from the detectives, so I don't think anyone's story would have influenced me. Mr. Wright, is there something that's bothering you about this picture? Huh? Oh well, that's strange. She claims this is exactly the scene that was imprinted in her mind, and yet there's clearly a contradiction here. Really? There's a contradiction there. What is he talking about? Alright, so let's look at that picture. I don't see the contradiction she's talking about. Or he's talking about. What are you talking about, Phoenix Wright? Show me the contradiction, bro. It's on the back of this list, right? Ooh. Oh, wow, look at this. The child. Not the child, but you know that thing, the blue badger. Is that the, what is that? The child, right? Not the child, but the blue badger. I don't see any contradictive things about this. But apparently it has something to do with this picture. He gave us a huge hint by saying there's something obviously contradictive about this. I don't see any contradictory. Like what? What is what? Let's present the picture. No? This evidence clearly reveals the contradiction in that statement, Your Honor. How exactly are that evidence and that statement just now related? They aren't they? Not at all. Mr. Wright, please think the facts over before making accusations. I don't think that won't mean any points with the judge. I don't get it. This is the picture I drew 2 years ago. The flash of lightning was so bright, all I could see were shadows. Let's press her on this. So at the time you didn't even know it was Mr. Marshall who had come to your rescue. No, I couldn't see him clearly. The lightning was so bright, and I was knocked to the floor. You were knocked to the floor? Dark had a tight grip on me, but when Mr. Marshall jumped on him, I was knocked away. I turned around. And that's when the lightning flashed. Poor Emma, I'm just glad she wasn't hurt. What happened after the lightning flashed? After that, I must have fainted. Let's press her on this. You mean you didn't see the actual murder take place? No, I'm sorry. Hey, objection! The flash of lightning only drove off the darkness for a split second. Not only that, but the trauma of the situation understandably caused the witness to faint. What? Hey, I'm not the bad guy here. They keep alternating from saying I'm not the bad guy. This picture shows exactly what I saw that instant. So at that instant, she would have seen the murder. What the fuck? What evidence would I need to show? Oh, maybe the switchblade knife. Didn't it break off? Yeah, look at that. Look at. Oh, okay. I think I get it. Look, the switchblade knife right here. Look at the knife. Look at the knife, yo. It's broken off. It looks like it's already broken off. So that must mean that's what that has to be the contradiction. The broken tip was found in the victim's body, belonged to murderer Joe Dark. But the thing is, it's already broken off from that picture It's already broken off. So that must mean... What the hell does that mean? It's a contradiction. How'd he die again? Stabbed in the back. Died from punctured heart and lung. A knife tip was in the womb. Look what it says. It says stabbed in the back. And he was stabbing him from the front. What about the Neil autopsy report? I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but this picture the witness drew contains a blatant contradiction. What? But I remember it just like it was yesterday. And with that, we're going to leave off on another awesome cliffhanger. Save the game and take a short break. The only reason I'm saving the game is so, like, just in case I fuck up further and I have to restart, I'll start off from, like, a good part. I don't want to start the whole case over, so that's why I keep saving it at weird cliffhangers. But what I'm going to do is save the game, take a short break, and we'll be back with more Phoenix Wright. So I'll see you guys very shortly.